I got the opportunity to do an animated opening for the program Oregon Art Beat. It was pretty cool because I was already a big fan of the program. Oregon Art Beat profiles artists of all kinds in the Northwest area, and it was an exciting opportunity because they had never had an animated opening before. From the beginning, what I wanted to accomplish with the opening was to capture the spirit of the program and how it profiles different artists from a variety of disciplines. So starting with the storyboards, the idea was that I wanted to show different artists as they become inspired, work on their respective art pieces, and eventually present them to an audience. And in turn, the audience becomes inspired by the artwork. The challenge in trying to tell a story is that the opening of the show is only 17 seconds. During storyboarding, I decided we would focus on 4 different artists: a painter, a musician, a sculptor, and a dancer. And I would take you through their process of inspiration, creation, and eventually the presentation of their artwork. Early on in the process, one of the things that I wanted to experiment with was to use multiple puppets for each of these artists. Most of the time in stop motion, you just have a character and you're animating this one puppet. But since I knew I was going to be working in clay, I wanted to try sculpting a few different replacements and experiment with cycling them so that the surface texture of the clay puppet would be constantly changing throughout the shot. It's something I've never seen before in stop motion and thought it would give the opening a unique look. Since there was going to be multiple replacements for each character, I knew I had to go with wire armatures, because making a ball and socket armature for each of the replacement puppets I was going to make would have been very expensive. I did a short test with very exaggerated surface texture on each of the replacements just to see if the technique was going to work. The test showed me that 4 replacements was going to be the right amount for each of the characters. For the dancer, I found the most efficient way to shoot was to have replacements for her body, but keep the skirt the same. And again here, I'm doing the same thing, animating a shot with the sculptor. For the majority of the shots, I needed to shoot them green screen. So for every frame, there'll be one exposure for the puppet, and without moving anything, I would shoot another exposure that was for the green screen. This allowed me to shoot the animation as an independent element that could be combined later with the background and visual effects in post-production. I've made replacements, and I'm shooting some frames with each one and cycling them through the shot. Because they've been individually sculpted, they don't line up exactly with the previous replacement, so they're similar but not the same, and it gives a unique look. This is the final shot of the opening, where the painter has finished his painting. He hangs it on the gallery wall, and the painting in turn inspires the gallery patrons. I'm shooting the element at the very end of the shot where the red in the painting morphs into the logo for the show.